Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today it's gonna be a little bit of a negative one. And yes, I know, Twisted's doing a negative video. Everybody stay calm.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Now, I think it is justified that I'm doing this negative video because, as you guys know, we did have an update just recently for a lot of changes to the lightsaber combat, and from reading the patch notes, they sounded like they were going to be very positive changes, you know, things that would improve the saber combat and make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more technical and skilled. However, we've kind of had the opposite effect. So a lot of the things that I'm going to be discussing in this video is things that have gone wrong with the update, and that's kind of why it is negative, but I think it needs to be spoken about, and it's something that I think needs to be heard. So if you guys haven't been into Heroes vs Villains yet this week, it is currently a lightsaber only mode. The Blaster Heroes are not available because they are testing a new event, which is Lightsaber Heroes only. So Heroes vs Villains you can load in as your favorite Saber Heroes, but not the Blaster Heroes. So I jumped in today, I tested it on Xbox One as well as on PS4, and I was shocked at how bad the lightsaber combat was. Now let me talk to you and tell you a few points why. The biggest thing, and probably the most pressing and game-breaking issue, is stamina draining almost immediately when certain abilities get used. One of which is Rey's Dash Strike. If you are blocking and you get hit with Rey's Dash Strike, your stamina is going to drain immediately from full to nothing. This is absolutely game breaking, it's unacceptable, and it's really a huge exploit in the game right now. I had it used on me multiple times in Heroes vs Villains tonight, and it's just the worst kind of thing to have go up against you because it's pretty much unstoppable. As soon as Rey drains your stamina with that dash strike, she can just swing away. A, you can't defend yourself, and B, you cannot block, so the only option you have at that point is to try and dash away from her, and everybody knows that Rey's lightsaber is 3,000 meters long, so if you try to dash in a different direction, she's probably still going to hit you because she seems to be the only lightsaber hero that the hit registration actually works on, and it works too well to the point where she hits people that she shouldn't be hitting. So Rey is one of the most broken heroes right now because of this ability draining all of your stamina. Now, there are others. I've seen Obi-Wan Kenobi's defensive rush do the same thing in my games tonight, and it happened to me as well as it happened to the enemies when I was playing as Obi-Wan, and I've even seen a couple of times Yoda's Unleash drain stamina from full to nothing. So another thing to be aware of when you're playing Heroes vs Villains if you choose to do so after watching this video. So that's the main point that's causing a lot of issues with Heroes vs Villains, and again, we have this lightsaber only event where you don't have a choice. You have to play the Saber Heroes. You can't play anyone with a blaster during this event. So interesting to see what the kind of communication is on this and what went wrong, because it was planned that the lightsaber changes were going to be positive, and they have had the complete opposite effect. A couple of more points that I wanted to touch on in this video is that the blocks are still not working correctly. Yes, you may be able to block on occasion, but it's still not working 100%. There are times where you just absolutely cannot block anything, and force abilities are going through blocks, lightsaber swings are going through blocks. This is still happening, and it's been a problem for a long time. Again, supposed to have been fixed in the previous update, and is still having issues after this update, so another problem with that. And on top of all of this, the stamina being drained immediately has turned into a swing spamming game mode for Heroes vs Villains. When you have Saber Heroes and there is a stamina exploit, it becomes who can swing spam the fastest to basically drain all the stamina from your opponent. So you'll see from the gameplay in the background that there's a lot of swing spamming going on, not just from the enemy team, but from myself as well, because in the current state of the game and how it is running, that is the best way to win. The most effective way to take down your enemy is to swing away until they have 0 stamina and then pretty much just go for it. Whereas if you're Rey, you just do a dash strike and then swing away until your enemy is dead. Also, just before I cut away, one more thing to mention and to keep in mind when you're playing Heroes vs Villains or doing any kind of lightsaber combat is that damage reduction is still a big issue. There are times where Obi-Wan and Darth Vader and certain other heroes get full damage reduction, so you can be swing spamming away and they'll be swing spamming away at you and you are not doing any damage. You'll see that in the gameplay also, so I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of this. It's nothing that you're doing wrong, you should be doing damage, however the damage reduction is just removing it almost completely completely and sometimes in full effect. So make sure you're aware of this and keep your eyes peeled for it. So a lot of negatives to touch on during this HVV event, and I kind of really am upset about it because I was really starting to enjoy HVV. It was a lot better, and the positive things that came out of this update, Luke and Kylo Ren, two of my favorite heroes, are now really good in Heroes vs Villains. They are so powerful. I got MVP both games I played with Luke and Kylo Ren, and I think their new star cards have really made them top tier heroes. They were always good, but I think now they are great. So a positive change in that regard is to the hero star cards that they have added. However, the lightsaber combat does not complement this mode at all, and it definitely doesn't combat the saber only event that is currently running. So a lot of problems here. Let me know if you guys have experienced this down in the comments. I hope it can get sorted, but as of right now, it probably looks like we're going to have to wait until September, as per what Ben has said out on Twitter, as they are hoping most of it gets fixed then. But I would love to see a hot fix. I don't think it's going to happen, but I have my fingers crossed. So make sure you guys let me know down in the comments if you've experienced this, what you've found, if you found any ways to counter these problems, or what you think of the current game mode and the saber only event. If you enjoyed this video or you agree with what is happening, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Anyways, I'm going to let the gameplay run so you can get a sense of everything that I've discussed in this video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and may the Force be with you always.
Chosen one, countless victims.
Rey, I know her.
That Jedi is skywalking over the competition.
Don't disappoint.
Not many can
You've
steal.
already lost.
Don't you dare.
No hiding behind your droid. Follow me.
The Raging Ren is on a Kylo spree.
What you call out?
How many arms does Grievous need?
You own drugs to cause pain.
Enough!
Utter disgrace is just 3 fallen comrades away. Kenobi brings the death sticks.
Shit! Get up on my account! More doom souls! Hit him hard!
Today's heroes suffer as he delivers a crushing final blow.
You are new.